Okay, today we are going to now we are going to discuss the practice 3.
SAT practice 8.
SAT 2 practice 3. Okay, you have any special questions in the textbook that you want me to explain before I go to SAT 3? SAT 2 practice 3.
I've been practicing SAT only, not the textbook.
Okay, okay. So it's fine. So do you have any specific question in SAT 3 that you want me to explain?
I think it's mostly question 2 because we need to write the formula outright.
Yeah, so that one I can't really help in the sense that every question will have its own scenario. So if you cannot do part A or part B, but the formula is there, you should be able to do part C. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the formula is there. So you just have to forego your 1, 3, 4 marks there. So that one I can't really help because the scenario can change. Yeah. Okay. So I believe everyone should be fine with motion in the straight line already, correct? After we have gone through 2, so you try to go through that. Okay, I want to bring your attention to, okay, the one on question 3. So, do you have your practice 3 with you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we look at question 3. Okay, question 3. So this question, they give you there's a turning point at A. C. And another turning point, but touches the okay, I think I wait for everyone to come in first. If not, it keeps disturbing my mind. Okay, so it go on. So for those who just come in, we are doing practice 3, okay? Okay, so this is my y equal to f prime x. Yeah. So the first part of the question, they ask you to draw the sign diagram for f prime x and f double prime x. So you look at here. So when you are given f prime x graph and you want to draw f prime x sign diagram, you just based on the graph, mark down the x-intercept. Okay. If the graph is below the x-axis, then the sign will be negative. If above, the sign will be positive. Yeah. So you have to look at what graph is given to you. Okay. Then you want to draw f double prime x sign diagram. You have to know f double prime x is the rate of change of f prime x. So there are two turning points here. So you have to mark down 0 and 2. F prime x is going up. F double prime will be positive. Going down from 0 to 2 is going down. So F double prime will be negative, then will be positive. Okay, so we are done with part A. Part B. So now if you want to sketch the graph of y equal to fx. So now based on this, we want to talk about the graph of y equal to fx. So straight away from this, what conclusion can I make? I know that f prime 2 equal to 0 and f double prime 2 also equal to 0. So what conclusion can you make about fx? So I know x equal to 2 is the x coordinate of the, here give you the sense of horizontal, and this one give you the sense of horizontal inflection point of y equal to fx. So if this is a horizontal inflection point and you look at the f prime x graph, before 2 it is positive. So that means my fx is going up. Then go horizontal, then go up again. Am I right? So that means this curve have to, this part have to go like that. So here is the point whereby your x equal to 2. Hello?
Yes, please.
Can I? So when you sketch the graph, so this point is the non-horizontal inflection. And this is the stationary point, and this is the minimum. So at the beginning, fx is going down. So you don't know the position of fx, you just say fx is going down. Turn at x equal to 1. Then after that, it go up. So you see, until 0, it is convex. So this part is convex. You see, I draw. Then after that, until 2, it will go concave. So it go concave. Then it flatten. Then it go convex again. So does it tally with the one? So you have to know the situation. So you have to have all this side diagram and all this interpretation before you start to do. So this will be your y equal to fx. So when we mark, you don't really know where is the y-intercept, you just draw. If I have any of my students who draw it like that, okay, who draw it like this, then after that you go concave, then at 2, then you go convex. I also will give you mark. So this is another possible y equal to fx. So the position along the y-axis, the vertical, whether you are up or down, it doesn't matter. Make sure the shape is correct, the turning point is correct, the inflection point is at the right location. So you will get the full mark. Okay? Can I not? So when you come to curve property, always remember, with the help of sign diagram, that is the best. Any form of sign diagram. That will give you a better picture of it. Okay, huh? Can I move on? Any question on this? No, huh? Okay, let's go to question 4. Okay, I'm going to explain question 4. The purpose is not for, because there is a part whereby they ask you to sketch the graph of AT, am I right? So whenever question asks you to sketch the graph, okay, you see, AT is T ln T plus 1. So the graph is, the T is greater than 0, less than 3. Okay, so whenever you want to sketch the graph, you have to have a look at the domain. So what I need to do is, I use my GC. Okay, I key into Y1. So those who have your GC with you, please do so. So after that, you go to window. So I'm repeating this so that you are familiar with your calculator. Go to window, set X minimum as 0 and X maximum as 3. Got it? Then after that, go to zoom. Select zoom fit. Okay, after you have select zoom fit, you have to wait for a while. The graph will come out.
Is it like a Nike shape?
Yeah. So what you need to do is, you got a shape like that. So it stopped at 3. So you have to tell me, look, is there an equal sign here? No. So if there is no equal sign, very important, hold on, at X equal to 3 here, you put a naught. So you jot down the coordinate of this point. Do you know how to jot down the coordinate of this point? You just press trace, you put X equal to 3, then it will have the Y come out. Do you have that?
Yeah.
So may I know what?
4.29.
Yeah.
4.3.
So you have to jot down 4.30. Okay. So you have to jot down that one and make sure you put a circle. You look at my answer. I didn't put a circle, correct? Okay. Now, T cannot be 0, correct? If T cannot be 0, T cannot be 0. So you look at the graph. How is the graph look like? It look like it's touching the y-axis, correct?
Not really. Y-axis, no.
No,
No.
So you approach 1. Am I right? You approach 1. So you have to put that. So what do you need to do? Okay, so my graph is not nice. So if you look at the answer there, it will be much better. So it will be here like that. Then you put a 1 here. You also put a knob. Okay. Then you have to find the coordinate of the stationary point. You have to jot down all this in order for you to get full marks, 2 marks in this case. Because another 2 marks is for the other part of the question. Are you okay? So if there is a domain, make sure your endpoint, your turning point, all must state the coordinate. So in this case, the coordinate will be 0.37, 0.63. So then I will give you full mark. So if you just draw the shape, I will just give you 1 mark.
Miss, how do you
Yes.
get 0.37?
Okay, so in order to get the lower point, still remember, you put alpha, trace, select, minimum.
Miss is second trace.
Sorry. Second trace, yes, you are right. Thank you. Second trace, then you select minimum, then there's a left bound, right bound things. Are you okay?
Yes, thank
Yes.
you.
So please remember, all these are the calculator skill. That's why I keep repeating, means it's very important. Yeah. Okay, so now the other part of the question, they ask you to hence describe the changes. Describe the changes. So now, when you talk about describe the changes, this is break into 3 important parts. The first part is from 0 to 0.37. That is the first part. So how are you going to describe the changes? We are talking about ability to memorize, correct? So you have to write down the ability to, sure got one part, I ask you to describe one, the ability to memorize simple fact. Okay, so simple facts is increasing or decreasing?
Decreasing.
Yeah, decreasing. Okay, if you just put decreasing, it's fine. But if you can say decreasing at decreasing rate, that means it decreased but becomes slower and slower. So then that is the first part. Then at t equal to 0.37, what can you say about the rate? What can you say about the changes? The ability stop changing. Yeah, the ability stop changing. So then after 0.37 to 3, the ability is increasing with what rate? With what rate? Yeah, increasing rate. Yes. So you see, you just know how the graph look like, then you will know how to describe it. That's it. Then you get the other 2 marks. So describing the changes is not that difficult. So you know how to break into the part. As long as it involves stationary point, you have to talk about what happened at the stationary point. Are you okay? Can or not? So if you talk about showing algebraically, that means you have to differentiate this using product rule. So if the ability is, the rate is 0, means it stop changing. In this case, stop decreasing. Am I right? Then it start to increase. Yeah, that's why in the first few months of your life, first few months, about 3 months or 4 months, actually, we don't memorize anything. We just eat, we just breathe to survive. That's it. Then after that, only the memory pick up. Okay? So the rest of it, I leave it to you to look at the answer and go through it. Yep. Okay. So have you tried question 5? Okay, question 5 is very important. I told you already, in this test, I will come up with a question about the conjecture and it involves tangent. So this is a good practice for you. Okay, so question 5, they usually will give you a function. Definitely. So this is a conjecture question. So what you need to do when you see a conjecture question, you just keep repeating whatever you have done in part A or part B with different value only. Okay, so part A, what they want you to do is find the y-intercept of the tangent. So as long as they talk about y-intercept of the tangent, you have to remember y equal to mx plus c. So the c is the y-intercept. So what I need to do, if I want to find the equation of tangent, what must I do first? I must find the slope function. So always get the process in your mind. So first step, I will find f prime x first. So this step is very important. You have to do it properly. So v u prime plus minus u v prime over bottom square. The bottom times by the differentiation of the top, take away the top times by the differentiation of the bottom, the whole thing divided by bottom square. So simplify. Okay, this step you have to do it properly. Then the next step will be take the x value given, find two important things. One is the gradient. There is f prime, substitute the x with 1. Okay, if the thing is complicated, use your calculator to count. So this one, the answer is 1. After get the slope, get the value of y coordinate. The answer is 0. Then after that, substitute into y equal to mx plus c. If you don't want to write down this formula, it's fine. You can straight away substitute. So therefore, the c is -1. So you don't have to write down the equation of tangent because this question wants the y-intercept. So therefore, y-intercept is, if you don't want to put is, you can put equal, -1. Done for part A. So the 3 mark will be this. You differentiate correctly. All these you find correctly, you get this correctly. That's it. Okay, then for part B, they only allocate for 1 mark. The reason is because part B is the repetition of part A. So you just need to do for x equal to 2. So you get for your f prime 2, repeat the same thing. So it will be, follow the formula 1 minus ln 2 over 2 squared. Okay, so that will be 1 minus ln 2 over 4. So you look for f2. That is ln 2 over 2. Then you put into the formula y equal to m x plus c. Okay, so this one you have to do a bit of adjustment. So this will be ln 2 over 2 equal to 1 over 2 minus ln 2 over 2 plus c. So if you bring this whole thing over, half of ln 2 plus half of ln 2 will be 1 of ln 2, am I right? Take away half. So you got your y-intercept. Done with that. Hello? Are you clear? So now when you do part C, you can see the pattern already, correct? Right from here, you can see the pattern already. So if any one of you, you just need to do, okay, if you think you need to do all the steps, you do. If you don't, then you just say ln 5 over 5, correct? That is your y, equal to m. Your m will be take away ln 5 over 5 square times 5 plus c. You can do like that. I will not deduct your mark. Yeah. So I will have ln 5 over 5 equal to 1 over 5. Take away ln 5 over 5 plus c. So I will have ln 5 minus 1 over 5 equal to c. So now you can see the pattern. You may not be able to see the pattern over here because it's 1, but you can see the pattern, you see? You can see the pattern. 5, 5, correct? So then you can answer part D. So the part D, the y-intercept is ln, your x is a, you just put a, minus 1 over a. And if you can't see this part, what you can do is, you can do part F first. This is part D. You can do part E first. Okay, so now how to do part E? So when you do part E, what you need to do is, your part E, you know that your f prime x is 1 minus ln x over x squared. Okay, your fx is ln x over x. So now you are looking for when x equal to k, a. So you just repeat exactly what is happened in part A, okay, with x equal to a, please, f prime a equal to 1 minus ln a over a squared. Fa equal to ln a over a. Put into y equal to mx plus c. Y equal to m x plus c. Sorry, there's no square here. Okay, then this one simplified.
Stop.
Yes.
I have a question. For question C, right? You write ln 5 over 5 plus ln 5 over 5 equals to ln 5. But then I thought it's 2 ln 5 over 5.
Wait.
This one. This one. This one.
Wait. Half ln 2 is equal to ln 5. Oh, ln 5 over 5. Yes, it should be ln 5 over 5. Yes, you are right. You are
2
right.
ln 5 over 5, right?
2 ln 5 over 5. Miss Lo is too fast. It's 2 ln 5 over 5. Yes, you are right. 2 ln 5 over 5. Yeah, it's 2 ln 5 over 5. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Okay, so now, so you get it done. So this will be ln A over A equal to 1 over A minus ln A over A. Then plus C. So ln A over A plus another ln A over A will be 2 ln A over A minus 1 over A equal to C. So you've proven. Okay. So number 4, the conjecture part also should be 2 ln A over A. Yeah. Are you okay? So proving conjecture is not something that is very difficult. You just repeatedly repeat the same thing by using different number. Then after that, use that constant. It's a must to use that constant, especially in the proving part, the last part. Clear or not? So when the mark will not be given, only give 1 mark if you are repeating the same process. Okay, so definitely there will be 1 question on conjecture. Can or not? Okay, so one very important thing that I have told you, that is when you differentiate this kind of function. I hope you know how to get f prime x, f double prime x clearly, and you know how is the shape of the graph look like. Do we need to work out 1 example on this?
Yes.
Okay, the graph. So you should have this in your notes, right? This is 1 over b. Inflection point is 2 over b, correct? Yeah, you have all that, the shape. Okay. So now let's work out with 1 example like that. If I give you fx is equal to 3x e to the power negative 2x, for example. Okay, now, can you please do, okay, we want to do f prime x. So if you think you are a person who need to do step by step, what will you do first? I will let my u be x and my v be e to the power negative 2x. So u prime is 1, v prime is e to the power negative 2x times negative 2, right? So my f prime x, I have to remember there is a 3 here, I put outside. So I follow the products rule formula. V, indirectly, you just tell yourself you do some sort like a cross multiply. Plus u v prime. Close. So after that, remember, before you do the next step, you make sure you factorize it. Take out the common factor. So you have 3 e to the power negative 2x 1 minus 2x. Done. So from here, you will have this graph. It will go up like that. Then the turning point will be 1/2. How do I get this? From the formula, you should know, because the b is 2. From here, you can. But from the formula here, there is 1 minus 2x equal to 0. So x equal to half. That's how we obtain that. So now, if we want to get the inflection point, we have to do f double prime x. So same thing, I will repeat. U equal to e to the power negative 2x. And my v is this whole thing, 1 minus 2x. Usually, if my u or v is more than a term, I will bracket it up. Okay, so my u prime will be e to the power negative 2x times by the derivative of the power. My v prime is negative 2. Okay, it's good that you bracket it up as long as I see the negative number. Okay, so my f double prime x, the 3 is here. Remember to put down. Okay, cross multiply. 1 minus 2x. Copy down the whole thing, just copy down. Then you will be able to do whatever you want. Plus close. Okay, you look at here. There is a common factor. This whole thing is common. So I factorize it out. So this one left with this. So I write it down. And this one, everything is taken out. So left with 1 here. You see? So I have this one, you can multiply. So I get the inflection point here, which is 1. So how do I get that? I get that by, because inflection point happen when f double prime x equal to 0. So 2 minus 2x equal to 0. So x equal to 1. This is f double prime x equal to 0. This is fx equal to f prime x equal to 0. See or not? So I told you already, you better learn how to differentiate this. So it's a matter of skill. It's a matter of practice. Here you need to practice. So you have to tell yourself step by step, I factorize it, go to the next step, factorize it. So you have to be very patient with it.
Mr. Where did the positive 1 came from?
Yeah, because I factorize, there is one of this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
There's
okay.
one.
When you factorize, right? Okay. So when we talk about factorization, we have to remember, like for example, a minus a squared. So when I factorize, there's 1a here. Always remember, if I didn't write down, that means there's 1a there. So you factorize a out. So you have 1. So because when you expand, you have to get back to that. You see or not? There is one of this thing. So that's why factorization, every time when people do factorization, correct? This part always they make the mistake. So tell yourself, how many e to the power of negative 2x times negative 2 are there here? one of them. So I must write the one here. Are you okay?
You can factorize more, right? Take 2 out.
Can. Up to you.
So
But this
if,
one
if you write until the final one, you write also
can.
acceptable.
You can leave it like that. It doesn't matter. If you want to make a step further, it's up to you. It's okay. For here, if you can get until here, I will give you full mark already. If you want to write like that, it's okay also. It's okay. Yeah. It will be much better lah. But it doesn't mean that I won't award you with the mark. I will award. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay, so take note of that. Okay. Another one that I want you to take notes of will be the, still remember this one? Yeah. How is the graph look like? S shape, correct? What is the upper limit? Where is the inflection point? Halfway. And this is, I think, ln A over B. Right? Do you know how to get the derivative for this? Do you know how to show that the upper limit is C? All these are the questions that you have to ask yourself when you given a function. Like for example, I give you fx equal to 300 divided by 1 plus 14 e to the power negative b, negative t. Okay, like that. ft, okay, ft. So if I ask you to show that, I ask you the question, is there a limit to this function? Explain. Okay, is there a limit to this function? Explain. So usually when they say, is there a limit to this function? Explain. So we always take it like that. As t approaches infinity. So which term must I take? Which term involve t? This term. Correct? So I will ask myself, what happened to e to the power negative t? It will approach
Zero.
Thank you. Then what happened to 1 plus 14 e to the power negative t? It will approach
1.
1. So what happened to my ft, which is 300 over 1? Will approach 300 over 1.
300.
300. So this is your upper limit. So this one from below. So you know that. So therefore, ft will not go beyond 300. You get me? Okay. So after you get that, so now if I want to ask you to show that, second part, these are the possible questions. Show that FT is always increasing. So how are you going to do that? So the word always increasing, what does that mean? So which function must I look at it? This means f prime t is always more than 0. So my job is now to find f prime t. So can you look for f prime t here? Do you know how to get the f prime t function for this one? What rule to use? How should I rewrite it? So I should rewrite ft as, because up there is a number. Am I right? I should write it like that. So then I start to use chain rule. So 300, bring down the power, copy down the whole thing. Power take away 1 times by the derivative of the expression inside the bracket. Yeah. So now simplify. -1 times -1, I got 1. So it will be 300 e to the power -t divided by okay. So now for t greater than 0, e to the power -t definitely greater than 0. Am I right? Hello? And 1 plus 14 e to the power -t squared definitely greater than 0. Am I right? So therefore, f prime t will be greater than, both top and bottom are greater than 0. So f prime t will be greater than 0. So shown. Are you
So where
okay?
is your
Yes,
14
300 will be
E
multiplied with 14, right?
Huh?
up there? Your 14E negative, this one where is it? This one.
Oh, my 14. Okay, times 14 here. Times 14. Okay, you're right. You're right. You see what I mean? So these are the few important things of the search function and logistic function that you have to take notes of. So afterward, during lecture, I will try to go through practice 4, 5, or 6. So you see, every question is roughly the same. We're playing around that.
So then what's the ln A over B for?
Huh?
What's the
Oh,
ln A over
that
B?
is to find the time. Like for example, I ask you the question, when is it increasing at the fastest rate? And I only give you 1 mark. So you have this formula already, you just use it. If not, you have to key into the calculator, then you have to get the dy over dx graph. Then you get the coordinate of this. Then only you can get the time whereby it is increasing at the fastest rate. This is the time when y is increasing at the fastest rate. So if you remember, if you have that in your notes, then I don't expect you to, then you can answer the question like this. When is Ft increasing at the fastest rate? And this are a question I will give you just 1 mark. So you just put ln A over B, then you get the answer. You see or not? Okay, any other issue? So these two functions, make sure you get it right. Okay, any other issue? If not, okay. So whatever you need to know, I've given you already. So afterward, during the lecture, I will try to answer any doubts of the other 3 practices. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So thank you, class.
Thank you, Miss.
Here, man.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank Miss.
Miss Dove, sorry for
Yes.
the C over 2, right? What do we use it to find? Like,
Oh, that means I can find what is the value of y when it is increasing at the fastest rate. That's all.
oh, so, okay, yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.